Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my dear students? I hope you all are doing well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Dear students, welcome back to our online class. This class only for class 5, subject Bangladesh and Global Studies. This is Abdul Mannan, assistant teacher, Bangladesh and Global Studies, Shamsul Haq Khan School and College, English version. Dear students, already we have completed our second semester syllabus. In the previous class, I have discussed the last chapter, chapter 12, lesson 2 and 3. Today, I will discuss to take some important thing of lesson chapter 12, lesson 1, 2 and 3. So, our today's topic, chapter 12, all. Today, I will discuss at first introducing United Nations. Then I will discuss short questions of lesson 1 of chapter 12. Then I will discuss competency-based questions of lesson 1. Then from lesson 2, functions, roles of 6 development organizations of United Nations. And at last I will discuss introducing SAARC. Okay, dear students, listen attentively and try to understand. Now let's start. Introducing United Nations. You see in the slide the emblem of United Nations, logo of United Nations, 2 olive branches of 2 sides of the circle and the wall map middle of the circle. This is the emblem of United Nations. Okay. Dear students, listen attentively. United Nations was formed after the losses of Second World War on 24 October 1945. United Nations was formed 24 October 1945. It was formed from the feeling of brotherhood, cooperation, and world peace throughout the world. To take these 3 things, brotherhood, cooperation, and world peace, United Nations was formed on 24 October 1945. In the world there are 195 independent countries. Total independent countries 195. But the member of UN, the total member countries of UN are 193. 2 countries are not the member of United Nations. One, Palestine, another Vatican City. Other 193 countries are the member of United Nations. Bangladesh joined UN on 17 September 1974. Another important information, Bangladesh joined UN on 17 September 1974. The main purpose of United Nations is maintain international peace and security. To maintain international peace and security. This is the main purpose of United Nations. This is the introducing United Nations. Okay. Now I will discuss short questions of lesson 1. Dear students, listen attentively. Question number 1. When and why was the UN formed? When and why was the UN formed? The answer, After the losses of World War II on 24 October 1945, the United Nations was formed. Why was formed? To maintain international peace and security. Then, question number 2. Which council of UN work or responsible for world peace, security and defense? Now, how many members of it? How many members of Security Council? Answer: Security Council of United Nations works for global peace, security and defense. Security Council of United Nations works for global peace, security and defense. And how many countries? It has 5 permanent and 10 temporary countries, member countries. Total 15, 5 permanent member countries and 10 temporary member countries. Okay, question number 3. What is UNO? What is the main objective of UN? UNO, UN, same. The answer: United Nations is an international organization. What is UNO? United Nations is an international organization. The main objective of UN is to maintain international peace and security. To maintain international peace and security. Then question number 4. How many countries are there in the world? And how many member countries of UN? Already we have discussed. In the world, there are 195 countries. Total 195 countries. Among them, 193 countries are the member of UN. And 2 countries have not become the member of UN. One is Palestine, another is Vatican City. Other 193 countries are the member of United Nations. Okay. Then question number 5. When did International Court of Justice give a verdict on the case against Myanmar about rights of Bangladesh in the Bay of Bengal? When? In 2012. In 2012, International Court of Justice gave a verdict on the case against Myanmar about the right of Bangladesh in the Bay of Bengal. Then question number 6. When is UN Day observed or celebrated? Answer: every year on 24 October, UN Day is celebrated. When? 24 October. Every year on 24 October, UN Day is celebrated. Question number 7. When did Bangladesh get membership of UN or join UN? Answer: on 17 September 1974, Bangladesh joined the UN. 17 September 1974, Bangladesh joined the UN. Then question number 8. What is the full form of case, or what is case? And what is the main objective of case? 3 questions. And the answer: the full form of case is clean air and sustainable environment. Clean air and sustainable environment. And what is case? It is a World Bank project in Bangladesh. CASE is a World Bank project in Bangladesh. And what is the main objective of CASE? The main objective of CASE is to reduce pollution from brick fields and transport. To reduce pollution from brick fields and transport. And question number 9. When who was the president of General Assembly of UN elected from Bangladesh? When and who was the president of General Assembly of UN elected from Bangladesh? Answer: in 1986. The important information, dear students, in 1986, Mr. Humayun Rashid Chaudhuri from Bangladesh was elected as the President of General Assembly of UN? When? 1986. And who? Mr. Humayun Rashid Chaudhary. Okay, the question number 10. Who is the Secretary General of UN at present? Present Secretary General of UN. The answer, the current Secretary General of UN is Antonio Guterres of Portugal. The name is Antonio Guterres, and he is the citizen of Portugal. Okay, the next slide. Question number 11. Which countries are the permanent members of Security Council? The answer, the permanent members of Security Council are UK, USA, Russia, France, and China. 5 countries, you know. UK, that means United Kingdom, USA, United States of America, Russia, France, and China. Question number 12. Which one is administrative branches of UN? UN administrative branches. A branch. Or where is Secretariat of UN situated? The UN administrative branch of UN administrative branch is Secretariat. The administrative branches of UN is Secretariat, which is situated in New York City of USA. And question number 13. What is sustainable environment? Answer, sustainable environment means the pollution-free environment. Pollution-free environment. And the question number 14. What is the main activity of the International Court of Justice? Answer, the main activity of the International Court of Justice is to resolve disputes between member countries. This is the main activity of International Court of Justice, to resolve disputes between member countries. These are the short questions of lesson 1, chapter 12. Dear students, you read carefully. At first you try to understand the question, then you will memorize the answer. The next slide. Now I will discuss competency-based questions of lesson 1. Students, listen attentively. Question number 1, competency question number 1. How many main administrative branches of UN are there? Why is it divided into various branches? Write the name of 6 administrative branches of UN. First part question, how many administrative branches of UN? Answer, there are 6 administrative branches of UN. Already we have discussed details, you know, 6 administrative branches of UN. Why was it divided into various branches? It is divided into various branches to establish world peace, security, and development. To establish world peace, security, and development. The name of 6 administrative branches of the UN are General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, and Secretariat. These 6 administrative branches of UN. Next question, comprehensive question number 2. When was UN formed? And why was UN formed? Write 5 objectives or activities, purpose, aims, or importance of UN. Question pattern different, it may be, but answer same. Answer, the United Nations was formed on 24 October 1945. Already have discussed, you know. And why was UN formed? United Nations has been formed to protect peace and security across the world. The main objectives and main purpose of UN to protect peace and security across the world. The objectives or purpose of UN are to maintain international peace and security, number 1. Number 2, to develop friendly relations among nations. Number 3, to achieve international cooperation in solving problems of an economic, social, cultural, and human nature. To achieve international cooperation in solving some problems such as economic, social, cultural, and human nature. And number 4, to be a center of harmonizing the actions of nations. And number 5, last one, to show respect on liberty and fundamental rights of irrespective of our nation, religion, and caste. These are the 5 objectives or aims of United Nations. Most important question, you will memorize carefully and sincerely. Then the question number 3. How is Security Council formed? Or write about Security Council. The answer, the Security Council of UN is formed in order to ensure peace, security, and defense in the world. In order to ensure peace, security, and defense in the world. How many member countries? It has total 15 member countries under 2 categories. 1 permanent members and 2 temporary members. Permanent members 5. It has 5 permanent members, UK, USA, Russia, France, and China. And temporary members, it has 10 temporary members or non-permanent members, which change in every 2 years. Every 2 years, 1/3 is changed. In order to help Security Council, Bangladesh has sent soldiers and police for peacekeeping mission in many countries of the world. Bangladesh sent soldier or police. Why? For peacekeeping mission in many countries of the world. Bangladesh has played vital role in peacekeeping mission of the UN, we know. So, in order to help Security Council, Bangladesh has sent soldier and police for peacekeeping mission in many countries of the world. The next, question number 4. Competency-based question number 4. Write the activities, aims, purpose, or roles of Economic and Social Council of UN. The answer, the roles, activities, or purpose of Economic and Social Council are to improve economic and social development. Number 2, to end poverty. Number 3, to end illiteracy. Number 4, to reduce unemployment. And number 5, to preserve children's rights. These 5 activities Economic and Social Council has conducted across the world. Economic and social countries conducted across the world these 5 activities to improve economic and social development, to end poverty, to end illiteracy, to reduce unemployment, and to preserve children's rights. The next, dear student, these are the competency-based question of chapter 12, lesson 1. So you will memorize carefully. Now I will discuss from lesson 2, functions or roles of 6 development organizations of UN, United Nations. We know there are 6 development organizations of United Nations and they have separate activities. Now we will discuss, at first we will discuss number 1, UNICEF, the elaboration of UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. So you will memorize elaboration with correct spelling. United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. Its headquarters, New York, USA. UNICEF headquarters is situated in New York, USA. And the functions or activities or roles of UNICEF. Number 1, it provides programs on primary education. Number 2, it organizes programs for free vaccination. And number 3, it campaigns for pure drinking water. Unicef campaigns across the world for pure drinking water. Number 4, it organizes awareness programs about nutrition and sanitation. And last one, UNICEF organizes health programs for improving health of children and mother. UNICEF organizes health programs for improving health of children and mother. Second development organization of UN, World Bank. World Bank provides funds for development programs of member countries. Especially the main activities of World Bank is they are funding for the development programs of member countries across the world. And the headquarters of World Bank is situated in Washington in the USA. Washington DC, the capital city of USA. So World Bank headquarters situated in Washington city in USA. And number 3, UNDP, United Nations Development Program. Elaboration is United Nations Development Program. UNDP headquarters, New York, USA. Functions or activities or roles of UNDP. Number 1, dear students, listen attentively and try to understand. Number 1, it helps to reduce poverty of member countries, especially Bangladesh. UNDP helps to reduce poverty of member countries, especially Bangladesh. Number 2, it helps to reduce the risk of climate disaster of member nations. UNDP helps to reduce the risk of climate disaster across the world of member countries. It helps to build economic growth of nations of UN. UNDP helps to build economic growth of nations of UN. And last one, it helps to develop human resources of member countries. UNDP helps to develop human resources of member countries. The fourth development organization of UN, FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization. Elaboration is Food and Agriculture Organization. FAO headquarters, Rome, Italy. Rome city in Italy. Functions, activities or roles of FAO. It provides emergency food during disaster. During disaster, FAO provides emergency food across the world. It aims to improve long-term agriculture development. These are the main activities of FAO, to improve long-term agricultural development across the world. And number 3, it tries to ensure food security of member nations. FAO tries to ensure food security of member nations. And the last one, it works to remove famine of the member countries. Across the world, FAO works to remove famine of the member countries. Okay, the next, fourth development organization of UN, WHO elaboration, WHO, World Health Organization. World Health Organization. Headquarters, Geneva in Switzerland. WHO headquarters, Geneva in Switzerland. Its activities are run in 6 regions in the world. WHO divided the rest of the world in the 6 regions. And the position of Bangladesh is the part of Southeast Asia region. Within the 6th region, our condition, that means the position of Bangladesh is the part of Southeast Asia. We celebrate World Health Day on 7 April. 7 April, World Health Day, and across the world is celebrated this day as World Health Day. 7 April. Important information, dear students. World Health Day when? 7 April. Okay, now activities of WHO. Number 1, it provides programs on hospital care. Not care, this is the care. It provides programs on hospital care. Number 2, it provides awareness programs on family planning. Awareness programs on family planning. Number 3, it provides programs for ensuring health and nutrition. Who provides programs for ensuring health and nutrition. And number 5, it creates awareness to use healthy sanitary system. Who creates awareness to use healthy sanitary system. Bangladesh benefits from all programs. Our country benefits from all programs, but especially FAO conducted their activities to take these 4 activities. Okay, and the last one, UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. UNESCO elaboration, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. UNESCO headquarters, Paris, France. Paris in France. And it works to save different types of antiquities of the world, especially the special work of UNESCO. UNESCO works to save different types of antiquities of the world. The roles of UNESCO in Bangladesh, roles or activities or functions. Number 1, it aims to improve and conserve education, science and culture of Bangladesh. Especially this answer is the Bangladesh context. It aims to improve and conserve education, science and culture of Bangladesh. Number 2, it introduced 21st February as International Mother Language Day. You know, UNESCO declared 21st February as International Mother Language Day. So, it introduced 21st February as International Mother Language Day. Number 3, it aids the excavation of Paharpur. Our Paharpur, UNESCO aids the excavation. So, it aids the excavation of Paharpur. Number 4, it aids the conservation of the Sundarbans. UNESCO declared the Sundarbans as World Heritage in 1997. So, it aids the conservation of the Sundarbans. And number 5, it provides primary education for the children. UNESCO provides primary education for the children across the world, not only Bangladesh. These are the 6 development organizations of United Nations and their activities. Dear students, you will memorize carefully and sincerely these 6 development organizations and their activities. Now I will discuss introducing SARC. In the previous class, I have also discussed about SARC. Today, I will discuss some important information of SARC. SARC is a South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. This is the elaboration or stands of SARC. South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. It was formed by 7 countries in December 1985. That means SARC was formed in December 1985, and in that time member countries were 7. Now it has 8 members. At present, the total member countries of SARC 8. Afghanistan is the last member country of SARC. Afghanistan joined in SAARC 2007. So this is important. SAARC was formed 1985, and at first the member countries of SAARC were 7, but now that means at present total 8 member countries, and last member country of SAARC, Afghanistan was joined in SAARC 2007. The main objective of SAARC is to develop the social, economic and cultural affairs of the member countries. The most important, this is the main objective of SAARC, to develop the social, economic and cultural affairs of the member countries. Okay, total 8 countries I have included in the slide. Bangladesh, capital city Dhaka; India, New Delhi; Pakistan, Islamabad; Nepal, Kathmandu; Bhutan, Thimphu; the Maldives, Malaya; Sri Lanka, Colombo; Afghanistan, Kabul. These 8 countries are the member countries of SAARC. SAARC is a regional organization of South Asian countries. SAARC, what type of organization? This is the regional organization. This is not international organization. So dear student, mind it, SAARC is a regional organization. And which region? This organization is which region organization? This is the South Asian countries organization, South Asian region organization. This is regional organization. Which region? South Asian region. And it is independent organization from UN. It is not UN development organization. It is totally independent organization from UN, of UN. So SAARC is a regional organization, and this is the region is South Asian region, and this is the independent organization. Okay, dear student, this short question, competency based question, and the functions of development organizations of UN and SAARC. These all are the important information for you in the question and answer. You'll read carefully and memorize sincerely. Okay, now I have given some homework for you. You will do this homework attentively and sincerely at your home. At first, memorize and write all short questions and competency based questions. Then you will memorize and write all functions of development organizations of UN. Functions of development organizations of UN. You memorize, then you will write without C. And memorize all information of SAARC. I have given almost all information in the slide about SAARC, so you will memorize all information of SAARC and you will write also. Okay, dear students, it's all for today. Thank you all.